What's up, you guys? It's Deanna Marie coming to kick it with you for a minute, right quick. That's right. Okay, you guys. So I'll just wait for a couple people to come in the room. Uh, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I am having it's a good day. It's a good day. It has its challenges, of course. So, just like any other day. So y'all pray for me, okay? Because I'm ready to take some heads. Okay, so I wanted to drop in right quick and let y'all know something. I'm trying to say this tactful. But sometimes I just can't think of any other way to say it but flat out. So I'm just going to be flat out. Hi, you guys. Thank you for joining. Okay, so you guys. So I want to talk about to singers, speakers, whether you're a preacher, a motivational speaker, whatever. It really behooves me. It really trips me out. The amount of people that do these things. They speak, they do plays, they do, preach every Sunday. They are motivational speakers, so they use their voices to inspire others. And I think that's wonderful. It's great. However, it trips me out how very few people know about vocal health and how important it is. It's kind of disturbing, to be honest with you. And for me personally, it kind of like disrespects the whole art form. I say that because speaking and singing and using your voice, much like running, you know how because a lot of people have blatantly ignored my trying to help them, which is fine. It's fine. You'll be if you're not gonna come back here, you'll be somewhere soon eventually. Hi friend, how you doing? So Brandon, I'm talking to voice professionals, both speakers and singers. And I'm just telling the people how it trips me out, how little people know about vocal health and how important it is. A lot of people feel like I've been speaking all my life. I don't need that. I've been doing whatever. I don't need that. However, let me tell you a little bit about how the voice works. It's a little bit, hi Miss Patrice, how you doing? It's a little bit like running. If anybody knows anything about running, it's wonderful, right? Until it catches up with you like in 20 years or when you get those knees. And it doesn't even take 20 years. It depends on the person, right? So you're running on this pavement. Your knees are getting bad and it's not good. And hi, TT. Thanks for joining. Okay, so using your voice, for example, when you speak for a living or you or sing, okay, there's warm-ups that you do even when you wake up because the voice wakes up last. So you don't want to just get up and start talking full voice. You want to do some light warm-ups, little different things like that. And if you join my music page, and when I'll set up a link, I'll make sure a link is on here after I get done. I'm gonna have some tips tomorrow at 4:00. If you are on, I'm gonna give you some music tips. Some tips for your voice, not just music, but for speakers as well. Because, and if you come and get them, great. If you don't, great. Either way, I'm good. But I do want to put some things out there because it concerns me. A lot of people do a lot of very wrong things with their voices. And why I'm so passionate about this and why I care so much is because I had a vocal injury. And I barely spoke or sang for almost 3 years. Hi, Lizette. How you doing? For almost 3 years. And so it was devastating to have 2 degrees at the time in vocal performance and to leave with a vocal injury that will take me almost 3 years to completely heal from. And I did this while I was pursuing my master's degree in vocal performance, okay? So what I learned about the voice isn't necessarily because I'm degreed up. You know what I mean? That's not neither here nor there. The thing is with me is I learned because my voice was taken away from me and I didn't know if I was going to ever get it back. I didn't know. And so because I am a professional voice user and I probably talk more than I sing, I know. But whatever. So it's certain ways that you should talk. It's certain ways that you should get the phlegm off of your throat as opposed to clearing your throat. It's so many different things that causes wear and tear on the voice. Just again, like running, or doing something excessive with your back. You're breaking down. You're breaking down over years. Hi, Tammy. Oh my gosh. You're on my list to call today. I'm glad you're here. Oh my gosh, I got to see you guys. Hi, Isaiah. How you doing? Thank you for joining. So, the thing is, you have to be very, very cautious and careful with your instrument because it is very delicate. It's a very delicate thing, okay? So different things like bursting out loud, laughing, ha, ha. I did that with support, but a lot of people are not aware of support, so they don't do it correctly, if you will. Or speaking to someone in loud environments. It's so many different things. And right now we're dealing with all these hurricanes, and not just because we didn't have it here in Oklahoma or wherever you are, you might not have had it, but rest assured, there are particles that are in the air that is going around this world that are affecting our voices. So it's different things that you have to do to make sure you protect your instrument. It's very important that you do that, especially if you call yourself using your voice to help other people, whether that be singing or speaking or preaching or whatever it is. I think, or if you don't agree with me, just let me know. It's totally fine. Don't you think that you should take good care of your instrument so that you can reach more people? Because this is the thing, you guys. Just like anything else, just like if you were to run, or I'm just going to keep using running because I'm into exercise right now. I'm into this whole fitness thing, right? So you have to stretch. If you don't stretch correctly, long enough, proper enough, all these things that go with it, you can hurt something really quickly. You can tear something really fast. It's the same with the voice. So if you have used your voices all day long, just think about it. Most of us talking all day long, not just singing. Like, I'm not going to even talk about the singing. I'm not going to even talk about the professional motivational speaking. None of that. Not the preaching. Just talking. We talk to each other all the time. We're on Facebook Live. We're talking to our children. We're talking to our friends. Just think about that. Yeah, I was waiting. I'll let you think about that for a second, right? So just like anything else, you need a break. Your voice needs a break. It's very important. If God has given you an instrument, it's not just to run into the ground. An instrument to help other people. It's imperative that you begin to take care of that instrument. You can't do a play, for example. I know, Isaiah, I know you're here. So tell the people, if you would write in the comments, please. Tell them how I think you perform maybe 6 times or 7 times in a week sometimes, and what that does for your voice, what that looks like. I had no idea that people didn't know about vocal health. I thought everybody knew. It's because I was broken. You know what I mean? And so I said, it's just kind of blowing my mind how many people talk about spirituality, talk about fitness and exercise and all these different elements, which is great, we all need that. And thank you, whoever you are that do, I thank you, because I'm inspired as well. It's another element to it, people. You have to take care of your instruments, your voices. And what does that mean? What does that look like? It doesn't, so again, like my music page, and I'm going to go on every week and I'm going to give you stuff. You can find a great vocal coach. I'm one of them. It's a couple of them on here. My friend Brandon, who's in Michigan, Isaiah. They're also great vocal coaches as well. You want to find someone that knows the voice well. And what makes me unique, and my friends and colleagues are unique in their own way as well. I was without a voice. I had to learn how to speak all over again. And I studied with a woman at OCU who didn't have a voice. Her vocal cord snapped. It literally can happen. A lot of the wonderful people that you love and that you listen to every day, they've had vocal injuries. They've had vocal surgeries, some more than once, okay? But that's not talked about. And so I'm here to blow the whistle and talk about it. Because if you don't have someone that is helping you to keep your voice lined up, and that can be the effects of the food that you eat, the effects of too much talking beforehand. It's so many things in a combination that if you don't know, you definitely don't ask yourself. It also trips me out how many people leave church on Sunday, throats hurting, or practice rehearsal, or preaching, throats on fire. That's not normal, people. But we don't pay attention to it, and we say, oh, we'll just drink some water and it'll be fine tomorrow. You are damaging your instrument. And it's just a matter of time. And God forbid for anybody, because I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. Your voice can snap. It depends on the weather, the allergies, the pollen in the air, the food that you're eating, how much you're talking. You understand what I'm saying? These combinations of things can cause you not only to have a sore throat, but to cause a vocal cord to snap or have a hemorrhage in your vocal cord. It happens every single day. You and me, of course, are not exempt from this. And so it's better, like a car, to have insurance on your voice. To have someone, even if you don't have voice lessons regularly, to check in with somebody every month until you begin to understand. Every month, every week. I still have voice lessons, but because I'm always learning. The voice is so intricate, and our bodies are so intricate that I swear you could just be learning forever, right? Y'all can't see now. I don't even know why I'm playing. Y'all know I'm always cleaning my glasses, right? So anyway, it trips me out, and for me, it's disrespectful to the art form because you're not being true to the whole. It's one thing to take care of your body. It's one thing to take care of your spirit. But what about the gift that God gave you? I just don't understand why that's not hand in hand with the teaching of the body and with spirituality. It's like nobody's even thinking about the well-being of their voices and the health of your voice. It's very important. It's very important. So, and I'm very passionate, as you can see. Y'all know I'm silly, and I can't wait to Random Wednesday. Y'all make sure y'all come on through. But I'm very serious about this because it seems like very few people are taking it seriously. It's like, oh, I can just honey, you're not invincible. At any time, like anything else, if we can get hit by a car, if you guys watch my Random Wednesday, my friend came over here to visit, we kicking it and everything like that. Hi, Brittany, how you doing? And he had a stroke. You know, we're not exempt from these things that happen because we don't talk about it or we choose not to acknowledge it. That's just asinine, to be honest with you. Just frank. Okay. So I just wanted to pop on here and let y'all know that I will be giving you guys vocal tips every Tuesday at 4:00. Hi, Miss Felicia. How you doing? Every Tuesday at 4:00 on my Deanna Marie music page. I will make sure it's a link below, and you can come on through, and I'll definitely give you a lot of helpful nuggets that will help you with your voices, different exercises for in the morning, different warm-ups and cool downs for after you perform or speak or whatever it is that you do. It's time to take care of your voices. It's time to stop motivating everybody else into doing everything when you're not 100% really taking care of what you're supposed to, especially if you're speaking it bothers me, to be honest with you. And only reason because I was without a voice. And after $300,000 in debt for my voice, it kind of is discouraging when you don't know if you're going to have it again. Right? So I want y'all to think about this, and I'm going to leave you with this note because I don't want to get ugly because I'm really passionate about this, and sometimes when I'm passionate it comes off like ugly, and I'm not trying to be ugly. I don't believe people aren't taking care of their instruments and not even seeking ways or a person that can help them keep that intact. Okay? One person that I use as an example is Oprah Winfrey. I love Oprah. I listen to her every day. Her voice is still intact. It's the same voice as it was 25 years ago. Tell me why. And just tell me why. Yes, she has a vocal coach that she works with regularly. And so her voice is still young as the morning dew. But we all know, and I'm not going to say any names because that's kind of rude. But we don't have to. We all know a singer and or speaker that sound real good when they first came out. They was real, and it was, but then over the years, you don't know what happened. They're a staple already in the music community or the speaker community, but their voices aren't the same. We all know somebody like that, where 20 years later, 30 years later, they don't sound as good as they used to. They can't hit those notes like they used to. Ask yourself why. And if you're okay with being in your prime and maybe 10, 15 years down the road, not having a voice at all or not having an effective instrument, that's fine. But I suggest if you want to speak and or sing, as long as the days on earth that God gives you, I really suggest you get a coach. You get somebody who knows the voice, who studied the voice, who is a professional singer and speaker, who has taken the time to do that so you can have your voices for a long time. I forgot I know. Hi, Phil. So I'm going to leave you guys with this, and I want you to think about this for a second because this is real serious, okay? What would you do without your voice? What would your bank account look like and your family look like without your voice? And I can tell you, that was the deepest depression I've ever been in. And I've been on drugs. And I thought I couldn't get any worse than that. Oh, but it got worse. So, if you cherish your instrument, your voice, I suggest you show it. It's kind of like love. Don't say you love it and you're not. Love's an action word, right? So don't say that you love your voice and you're not doing anything to care for it. Where they do that at? All over the place. That's the problem. Okay? So you guys, I'm kind of like, oh, sometimes I listen to people sing or speak or clear their throats and I'm like, oh God, I'm literally praying for people all day long. Lord, help, let them keep their voices. Don't let it dislodge, because it's that deep. Is that serious. And I know you've lasted this long, but I promise you that it's some kind of, it can just happen at any time. And so you rather be safe than sorry. So make sure you join my Facebook page where I will be talking extensively about vocal health and about for speakers and singers. People think if you need a vocal coach, it's like, oh, I don't sing, I don't need that. Honey, if you speak, preach, you need one too, because you're using your voice in a way that normal people don't use it. Normal people might speak to each other, right? But not everybody gets on the stage and speak or sing, or you know what I mean? That's extra. That's extraness that average person doesn't do. So why would they ask that question? But if you have if your voice is hurting at the end of you just talking or speaking, or at a speaking engagement, or preaching, or singing in a rehearsal, don't ignore it. Something is wrong, because that's not normal to feel that way. So question it. Don't just question it and sweep it under the rug. Ask yourself this: what would I do without my voice? So anyways, you guys, I pray that you're being safe. I pray that even if one person thinks about what I'm saying, I'm cool with that. I'm really good with that, because it's so important. And I'm concerned. I'm genuinely concerned. And only because it happened to me. I'm just speaking from experience. And I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, what I went through. I wouldn't. So, at any rate, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for joining in. I love you guys. I can't wait to, hi Angela. I don't know why I'm so extra, but because I want to, and I am, so that's fine. So I got some. Oh, we going deep on Wednesday at 4 o'clock with Random Wednesday. So if you tune in to my Random Wednesday, we going in. I'll just say that. And I know I've been thinking about because I can't tell you. Because it wouldn't be as random, right? I know. Okay, you guys. So send some prayers up for your girl. I appreciate that. I would appreciate that. I would just appreciate that. So, thank you guys. Peace and love. And I'll holla at y'all on Tuesday for Tuesday tips on my Deanna Marie page. That's right. For free. I'm having trouble giving people stuff. I just don't get it. But that's neither here nor there. If you come, cool. If you don't, you're going to miss out. That's all. That's fine. I feel you. And if you got some tips that you want to share, that you want me to share that works for you, put them in the comments, y'all. I want to hear, because we learn together. You know what I'm saying? I know so much at this point, not because I have 3 degrees in vocal performance and music. I was without a voice. And like someone that had to learn how to walk again, it's like, oh my gosh, I've been talking wrong almost over 30 years. I was speaking incorrectly. Wondering why, after 6 years of study, I couldn't even do certain things that I should be able to do. It was a combination of a whole bunch of things, but one of them being I was speaking incorrectly. I was speaking with no support. All my weight was on my little vocal cords, trying to do all the work. And we wonder why. So let's take this thing to the next level. If you want some longevity, if you want to go to the next level, come holler at me, because I can definitely help get you there. So, again, I love you guys. I'll holler at you on Tuesday for Tuesday tips. And then I'll holler at you on Wednesday for Random Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Y'all made me kind of figure out a time, but you know, me and time is just not friends sometimes. But we're becoming really close friends, so it's all good, right? Right. So, anyway, okay, y'all. Peace and love, and I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. That's all.